Very good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to learn about the feedback amplifiers, which is a part of Module 2. Under this, we are going to learn what is a feedback amplifier, types of feedback amplifiers, properties and advantages of negative feedback amplifiers, and comparison of positive and negative feedback amplifiers. So what is a feedback amplifier? So in a feedback amplifier, a part of the output signal, either it can be a voltage or current, it is taken from the output terminal and it is fed as an input to the input terminal through a modifying network which determines the magnitude and phase. This we call it as a feedback amplifier. So thereby it is classified as two types. One is positive feedback and negative feedback. So what is a positive feedback amplifier? So in a positive feedback amplifier, you can observe the feedback energy, either the voltage or the current, it will be fed in phase with the input signal. This you can observe here. In a positive feedback amplifier, a part of the output it is taken as a fed it is fed as an input to the input terminal, thereby both the input signal and the feedback signal are in phase. Then we can say that it is a positive feedback amplifier. And if you observe the negative feedback amplifier, again a part of the output signal it is fed to the input terminal, whereas the input and the output signal feedback signals are out of phase. Then we can name it as a negative feedback amplifier. So the positive feedback amplifier normally increases the gain of the amplifier and also it increases distortion, noise, and it is unstable. So because of these disadvantages, positive feedbacks were used only in oscillators. Whereas negative feedback amplifiers, it reduces the gain of the amplifier, but it reduces distortion, noise, and it is having stability. Hence, this negative feedback amplifier, it is used in amplifiers and also it increases the bandwidth and improves the input and output impedances. Because of these advantages, as I told, these negative feedback amplifiers are frequently used in amplifiers. So again, this is explanation of the two types of feedback amplifiers. You can observe the input signal is represented as V in and output signal as V out. So we have an amplifier whose gain is represented by A, and a part of the output signal it is fed to the feedback network. From the feedback network, the feedback output is fed as an input to the input terminal of the amplifier. So in a negative feedback amplifier, if you observe, the amplifier produces 180-degree phase shift. So the output will be out of phase with respect to the input signal. If the out of phase signal is fed as an input to the input terminal as a feedback, then the input and the feedback signal are out of phase. Then we can say that it is a negative feedback amplifier. Coming to positive feedback amplifier, whereas the input signal and the output signal are out of phase. So this out of phase output signal it is taken to the feedback network. Again this feedback network produces another 180-degree phase shift, thereby both the input and the feedback signal are in phase to the input terminal. Then we can say that it is a positive feedback amplifier. So let us analyze what are the properties of negative feedback amplifiers. So the first property is desensitize the gain. That is, it brings the stability to the amplifier by making less gain sensitive to all kinds of variations. And also it reduces non-linear distortion. That is, the negative feedback makes the output proportional to the input. And it also reduces the effect of noise. It minimizes the unwanted contribution of electric signals, this noise which can be generated by the circuit components or by external interference. And also it controls the input and output impedance, and this can be done with the help of choosing the appropriate network topology. and also it extends the bandwidth of the amplifier. That is, by making use of this negative feedback, the bandwidth can be increased. So these are the various properties of the negative feedback amplifier which help this negative feedback amplifier to be used in amplifier circuits. So what are the advantages of negative feedback amplifiers? As I told, it is having it provides gain stability, and also the bandwidth is more for the negative feedback amplifiers, and the distortion is very less, and output resistance can be controlled. That is, we can decrease the output resistance, thereby we can try to increase the output voltage or current of the amplifier, and it is having a stable operating point, and it reduces noise and other interference in the amplifier circuit. So these are the various advantages of the negative feedback. So let us compare the positive and the negative feedback amplifiers. So negative feedback amplifier, as I told, the feedback energy, that is either the voltage or current which is fed back to the input signal, it will be out of phase. Whereas in the positive feedback, it will be in phase with the input signal. And as we discussed, the gain of the amplifier is less in the negative feedback, whereas in the positive feedback it is more. And gain stability is increases in negative feedback. In positive feedback, gain stability decreases. And noise and distortion, it is less in negative feedback, whereas in positive feedback it increases. In negative feedback, the bandwidth is more, whereas in positive feedback, the bandwidth is less. And coming to the applications, we can, as I told, the negative feedback can be used in amplifiers, whereas the positive feedback can be used in oscillators. So these are the comparisons between negative and positive feedback amplifiers. So let us study what are the types of feedback. So according to mixing and sampling employed, the feedback amplifiers can be classified as four types. That is how we are going to feedback the output signal to the input part, and as well as how we are going to sample the input signal. So based on this, it is classified as four different types. So the first one is voltage series feedback amplifier, current series feedback amplifier, current shunt feedback amplifier, voltage shunt feedback amplifier. So these are the various types of feedback amplifiers, and as per the syllabus given for this particular module, we need to study the voltage series feedback amplifier. So let us continue in the next class. There we will be studying about the voltage series feedback amplifier. Thank you.